A little bit of an unfortunate moment with the extra healing available. Qingtian is behind the wall. Will Xiaoshu look for him? Oh, the flash in! No! Xiaoshu shall not be getting anything in this top side, and now maybe a bit of a move here in this bot side. No 6 for Meteor or Tien, but you've got Rookie thinking about coming in here. There's the fate field, and you're isolated here, Tien. He wants to get over the wall, he flashes, but is it going to be enough? I don't think it is! The Realm Warp will do nothing for him. And that's going to be a kill traded back here as Tom Esports do end up getting themselves a 1-for-1 trade overall.
Yeah, so we're going to start up with this topside trade. Redacted has been a real specialty pick of many top laners in this season.
And there's a great Aphelios ult that just cleans up another one. Why, Rookie? Why? You not need to go back on that. You were out. Triple kill going over to LPC. And LGD are just punishing Top Esports for just straight up being lazy.
And they're playing around their own power spikes at the same time. Both of them are coinciding. They're taking fights when they have the items to do so. You called out that Bloodthirster on the Aphelios a little earlier, and allows you to have the extra damage, the one-item spike, in very important plays like this. Meteor, Yoanhei, the both of them combo up as well with this long-range engage. LPC has absolute shooting gallery to fire up that Moonlight Vigil, fire up that Inferno. It would have been lovely to hang on to, especially if things were going to go towards this Baron, go towards more objective play, as they tend to do in mid to late game League of Legends. Tien going forward again.
LPC's fully regened all his HP, and he's huge! He's massive! He's gonna shred you! And that's just Top Esports not taking stock of the situation, not having full information, and now LGD, they can take the Baron!
They can, because you have the Severum and the Bloodthirster for LPC's Aphelios. He's going to get 100% HP with a huge overshield as soon as he gets an ability to auto-attack anything, and it's now been 2 incredibly important plays in a row where once again, LGD get to respond to the play. They get to peel back around the Aphelios, and it is a very close run thing. This time the Severum ult comes through for the extra lifesteal involved with it. And Top Esports feels like whenever they're diving into the comp of LGD, they are the ones getting punished for it. That's going to cost them an awful lot now.
Anything else? Yes, jungler dead. Now can you jump back on the Qingtian? It's all separated. It's one after one. They're walking to their death right now. Nightmare, double kill for Jinzhao. That's a bloodthirsty support. And again, Top Esports, they don't know if they want to come or they want to go. They don't know.
And LGD, where has this team been for the entirety of spring? We've seen them have some bright moments in their recent series, but a continuation of a real building of form for this team, which is currently outside of that playoffs bracket. They have to start picking up something. Rookie trying to make a really strange counterplay, actually. Going to teleport the minions with him to take a couple of minute turrets. That is one way to get a power play back against them. He's going to die for the attempt, but LGD still coming out with a huge victory in the break play.
They're trying to kill off the massive Poro Rider, and they're going to catch Jackie Love, who cleanses. They're going to push forward. LPC can see blood in the water. LPC can see the end of the game, and LPC can carry this for LGD. Triple kill coming in for the AD carry of LGD.
This Zeri is online, certified Zeri moment, just as the game looks dead, buried and gone. It is LPC who finds his moment to flash forward into the broken lines of Top Esports. How much can they get off of this? Rookie is alive, doesn't have his ultimate though.
Baron,
LGD,
just Baron or maybe Dragon.
LGD run out of minions. They run out of minions. They can't push into the base. They still have some of these inner turrets to get through, but that is a big, scary fight to lose for Top Esports. They're going to lose that Baron. They might actually end up getting themselves the soul because of it. I'm not sure how has the ult though. Might look to contest this. Xiaoshu also coming down to the play.
I was going to say, they'll get the Baron. They'll get this
Force their way into the river. Deny as much value from this Maokai as possible. Qingtian, remember, not tanky, but a lot of damage. Needs to find a perfect angle.
I mean, they've got themselves the Maokai ultimate. The Qingtian has got himself a good angle. He's got the dominance, but he can't get in. That's Mountain Soul. They can't fight right now, Nightmare. They can't do it. They're too slow. They couldn't pull the trigger. And now you haven't traded it for the Baron either. You haven't got yourself the inside track. You're actually on the wrong side of the map. Mark gets deleted by 1W. Oh, Lord, Nightmare, it's all going wrong.
It's going so wrong because Top Esports, they couldn't find themselves in the right position at the right time. Qingtian on the flank, putting his dominance up, but can't find his way into the backline of the team. Gets spotted out, I think, by one of those wards around that blue side from
They shred this. Markets go back.
Now they have the damage to take down these objectives as well. They have Mountain Soul to tank up this Baron. It's not like they're even losing a lot of HP for this. This is going to be taken out completely for free. Rookie, yeah, going to take himself an inhibitor on this bot side. Okay, so free, not quite in the definition of the word, but with the empowered recalls, this is a constellation inhibitor. This does not get you a strong foothold in this game. You are down both of the large objectives on the map. You don't get to put LGD over the fire and say, if you play around one side of the map, we'll take all of this gold, all of these resists, all of these shields.
So how much is healed?
It's absolutely ridiculous. That's 24,000 damage heal, like blocked with the Bloodthirster shield.
Holy moly. That's insane to think about.
That's ridiculous.
So much. That's just so much. And how do you burn through that? How do you get through that right now? Like
there is a Serpent's Fang on the Varus, which helps a little bit, and there's the empowered W from the Renekton. But I mean, we've seen how hard it's been for Qingtian to get into the right place at the right time. Again, it's such a hard problem to solve.
I mean, you talk about the Serpent's Fang. I like that you bring kind of note to that because he had to get rid of his Edge of Night to get that Serpent's Fang. Getting rid of the Edge of Night meant that he got hit by a couple of abilities in that last fight up at the top inhibitor, which meant that he had to back away. He couldn't fight. So now Top Esports, I mean, I'm not saying they're going for desperation, but they're going to be able to get a little bit of damage down onto Meteor, who immediately going to be able to pop his ult. He's not dead yet, though. You can't burn through this Mountain Soul. Xiaoshu goes into Mega. He's taking some damage, but it's so difficult. Now Mark's in trouble. Huge Meganar brings everyone back into LGD's Radiant Arm. The Fate Shield is decent, and it's the top laner and mid laner, but they're not able to kill off the Zeri. Triple kill for LPC. Tien is forced to run away, and Nightmare by damn LGD have done it.
The closer you are to the top, the longer it is you have to fall. LGD 2-0 Top Esports.
What a win. You can see what it means to the fans as well. And this LGD team is something to be excited for. Yes, it's unlikely that they'll make playoffs, but my God, they're going to fight tooth and nail. Every single match now that they come up against is a must win, and it's going to be so hard for people to knock them down. Great play for this team overall.
And now in the last 3 series, which this team has had, they won 2-1 versus BLG, a team which has of course had its own inconsistencies, but they're a team with Yagao on it, they're a team with Shin on it, a lot of very well-regarded players. They lost 2-1 to EDG, but still took a game off of one of the very top teams. And now they have just smashed out this series versus Top Esports in what I would say should be one of their worst matchups.
Now we're going to see Gala putting in more work as he takes out Light. He's going to try and take out the Shy as well. One more auto attack, and he finishes him off. Gala is the carry. Gala gets a Quadra, and Gala on Kaisa does it again.
It's the champion he made his name on, and Gala has not faded one bit against his old teammate Xiao, who takes what could be the deciding fight in this game. 4 kills to the Kai'Sa, and a Dragon Soul looking like it is inevitably going over. Kai'Sa, no flash, has a blast cone. What can he do?
I was going to say he has a blast cone and a dream. It's going to be a Hex Flash. Goodbye, sir. I was going to say, you need to hit that blast cone there, Ming, and he does it. Infernal Soul to RNG, and they are getting themselves further and further ahead of this Weibo game. But let's have a look at this, because again, it all starts around this poke.
Yeah, it's all around this poke. Just before the Gala had been chunked out, but it wasn't enough to completely force it back.
The 6th man of RNG doing work right now. There's execution. Xiaohu gets killed, and now they're getting the resets in. They're going to be able to get Light as well. Oh, it's all falling apart for the side of Weibo. They will get a triple kill onto RNG, the Elder Drake as well, and the Shy shall be the only one left standing.
That was such a tense series of plays. RNG knew that they could corral Weibo into the pit, force them down. The Shy is alive though. I think he has enough wave clear to clear out these last couple of waves. RNG cannot actually end the game off of this. We're still in this game, somehow, someway. Where the hell do we even start with this? Because just before this, Breeze was called out. This is the 4v5, but the HP bar is done. And the lack of engage once again shows through for Weibo. It's very hard for them to close down the targets they need to. Weibo caught between a very difficult decision of not knowing if they have the time to kill the Elder, whether they die while the Elder was even falling.
The Shy is dead! Keeper's verdict does separate this, but now it's turned into a little bit of a pinch. Double kill coming in for Gala as he dances around this fight. Look at him just putting in the damage! Gala gets another kill! Quadra kill for Gala! And you know what he wants! You know what he needs! He's gonna push forward and look for the second kill!
Gala does it again against his old teammate in the grudge match of Xiaohu versus RNG. Gala finishes this game 10, 1, and 5.
Took a while, but Gala was refusing to let this one go. The inhibitor respawns to try and save the Nexus turrets. But Weibo were routed. Weibo never found an opportunity, and RNG decimated them. Gala with multiple triple, quadra, pentakills. He got them all.
Multiple times a shame. That is a very impressive team fighting performance out of RNG in that game. It is tempered by the fact that Weibo picked a very difficult composition to play out. It felt like they lacked CC, they lacked engage, and as soon as they felt like they couldn't enter the river, they lacked a lot of options. They did use a couple of creative realm warps, but next game, when it comes into it, Weibo, we know they're a versatile team. They will have to show that versatility because the first string to their bow has snapped. You don't want to use that.
Weibo, they will get a little bit of a stun as Xiaohu's not quite done just yet. He is dragging Weibo by the scruff of the neck. You will not lose this game versus my old team, and Xiaohu doing God's work in this mid lane.
Yeah, Gala had his fun in that first game, but the Emperor's Spring is back in this game too. Xiaohu not content to sit passenger in another game without the tools to impact the game. 4-1-2 on that Syndra. So terrifying. Normally, Syndra's a champion that starts to scale later into the game. Already making real threats at this point. This fight somehow still starts better for RNG than that last one. Because they at least managed to kind of sit in one direction. They're not going to get pulled apart from multiple ways, but himself stuck in that.
And Gala might be able to try and turn something back. Flash from the Shy, a double kill from Gala. He was the hero in game number 1, but he's only got so much to work with. There's another one gonna go down in favor of Xiaohu, and now Ming finds himself in the unenviable position of being the last man standing. In the back 1-for-1, but a 5-for-3 means that Weibo are getting more and more gold.
You had it 100% right there, Rashid. Bogglebore is dangerous, but for who? Both of these teams can play around the pick combo, and everyone left bloodied and bleeding after that fight comes through. You know what, I didn't even stop to see what the final tally was because there was crazy amounts of kills per side, but you've got both of these teams having more than enough range.
Solaro coming out, they're going to use the Maokai ultimate again as well. Look at this damage, the Bomba lands onto nothing, and now Angel comes in, Light pushing forward, and it's all RNG all the time. Light's not going to bother with anything else, he knows he's dead. And Karsa has nowhere to run, Ming even actually trying to find him in this mist, but right now he knows there's no real need for it. Second dragon to RNG, this tower in the bot lane as well. This gold lead is building and this advantage is growing for the side of RNG.
Insult to injury, Gala has Severin Crescendum, fastest way to stack those turrets and those chakrams. So much ability to shred through these. First turret goes down to Gala. This Aphelios was already doing damage. They haven't even got themselves towards their first item spike. Gets himself a 3-weapon switch, starts off with the rifle, switches out to it, goes straight back into the AoE. So much work done. Gala really sets himself up successfully.
Yeah, great setup of the guns there. Really smart movements just to make sure that everything he did was just perfectly set up. Shy is looking for a fight here. As we got Wei coming in here maybe to try and help his top laner. There is an arrow that's going to stop the Shy from getting Breed immediately off this, but they've got one, and Breed hasn't died, and Chris, he needs to get away. What happened? How did Breed not die? Did he level up?
I have zero idea. We're gonna have to go and see a replay of that one, but the Ash Arrow buys the time for the turnaround. They also fight in a bush with Wei right next to them, so they already, even though it's nerfed, these saplings with the demonic embrace on top of them, inside that brush, those brush saplings do so much work. Just gonna walk into Ming. Still does this amount of damage, has the lethality built up, and Gala gets to get more free hits on this tower. Sentinel turret's now in inventory, gives him that kind of a artificial long range. And RNG, we said that. Hey, great game 1, but maybe it's on Weibo's composition. Game 2, they showed us some signs of brightness, even though they were kind of picked off in fog. Maokai, with the number glaive on the team, gives you much more ability to play around these objectives than a team without them. Angel now actually winning the side lane matchup fairly effectively. Might force the ult out shouting.
Definitely going to release ball low a third of his HP. Angel with that accelerated gate. You see the
Oh,
arrow.
no. Surely
Oh,
not.
right across the map from downtown, and Angel dunks on Xiaohu and says, "I am your replacement. I am your better."
Not just a license to kill wards. I think he's got a bit more firepower to his name. Takes down the Gragas, helps them secure that kill onto that bot side of the map. And Angel, who had a couple of awkward moments in this game, starting to become a side lane threat in a way that Weibo couldn't manage in their first game. They had much less CC to deal with. They couldn't really enable the Shy playing that champion, but this time Angel playing it from the mid lane, having a lot more ability to impact the game beyond this point. That again, that we are to quickly close in with the very end of spring. As it stands, RNG would not make the playoffs cut. Series like this are very important. Moments are very important. That is such a good shot. Now, there were some changes by speed across the map. I think that far absolutely. Angel gets to capitalize. That is a special moment for RNG.
That really is. That just, like, yeah, you can see the how much it means to them there on the staff.
The play and the series that gets, that is a moment you can point to and say, that is a hero play which got us in the playoffs. Long way to go, yep, but that's a moment.
Absolutely. Now we come back into live, 1 minute till Dragon spawns. Only a 2,000 gold lead, but RNG are tempering the idea of maybe going for a Baron, but not to be done just yet. Breathe does not win this 1v1 against the Shy anymore, so he's just going to have to absorb all this damage. But if the Shy goes in under the turret, they're going to keep pushing the Shy back. They're not going to bother killing him off. They got their goal.
Time. Go to Baron.
Yep.
Gotta go towards that Baron at this point. Soul secured for RNG. They have managed to keep Gala safe, keep him with tanks in front of him. And Weibo don't manage to steal. They managed to get themselves onto the Dragon, force RNG away from the pit, but it wasn't enough. Wei gets the secure. Now they have themselves that extra move speed. So very important when you've got triple melee topside, and you've got a Rakan trying to judge those distances, pinpoint as well. The extra move speed, the slow resist, so very important to track in a game like this. See the RNG
got caught. He couldn't get into Smite. He got caught by the Maokai ult. Yeah. Wanted to go for something, but a little Tokyo drifting! Oh, I thought he was going to be able to do it. The Casante's already dead. I'm not quite sure how that went down. There's another arrow because he's got the cooldown reduction. And to the skies goes Angel. The Breed can just tank this up for days. He does not care. He does not mind. And Ming gets some supportal combat. RNG do not need to change their expressions because this is just how it goes.
That is an RNG. They came in today as nothing. Well, I mean, lights get absolutely blown up.
Yeah, Light's getting blown up. He even flashes to try and get away with the feathers going flying. Angel gets himself another kill. It was a rough game 2 for Angel, but he has come back swinging in game number 3. 5, 2, and 6 on this Jace. And inhibitors are starting to drop.
On the drop, and RNG take commanding advantage of this game. Talked about how the Isaiah Flash was traded for Angel's, or rather, the ultimate was traded for Angel's Flash. The fight before this, RNG make that worthwhile.
You don't even need to worry about mid lane kind of being pushed in right now, because all you need to do is get mid. Oh, there's an arrow!
No.
Oh, it doesn't land, but it doesn't matter. Breathe gets himself another kill. Light 0, 5, and 0. He has been thoroughly bot-gapped in this game, in this series, it feels. As Gala just proves why we consider him one of the top 80 carries in the league.
Light really feels like he's not had the ability to impact this game. It has been Gala's series overall, even in their loss. He was in fact. Chris looking for a last gasp.
He's looking for something, but he's gonna die. There's not much there to be found. He went looking for the truth, and like a fool, he found it. The truth is, RNG are bigger, RNG are better, and RNG are going to be taking this series. Massive win for RNG as they make another push for playoffs.
Angel parades on the fountain, looking at the team that maybe was coming in this, the heavy favorites, especially with Xiao, who playing against his old team, but they say be damned with that. Let's kill the AD carry.
Well, I'm not going to get him because Zaya can go up into the stasis. They're going to keep putting down damage. They're enjoying this win right now. Another Ash Arrow just to add insult to injury, but a 2-1 puts RNG back in the playoff picture.
Holy moly, what a big win for RNG. And Xiaohu has to look at the he left beat him. There's a smile on the face. There's some good camaraderie still retained across those team lines, across those lines on the Rift. Xiaohu had an excellent game 2, but could not replicate that for a game 3 victory. Weibo, reverse team, we have called them.